importance of taking care of yourself, right? But do you ever just think, oh my gosh, I don't have time. There's just not enough hours in the day to worry about myself. I know it's hard to prioritize yourself with so many things going on, but we're going to talk about how you can do just that with an already busy schedule. Hi, I'm Wendy. Welcome back. If you're new here, thanks for joining me. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. I learned the hard way that you have to take care of yourself. There was a time in my life that I was so stressed. I was working full time, had 3 little children, my marriage was falling apart, and I was so preoccupied with all the life going on that my self-care, spending any time on myself, focusing on myself at all, was way down on the list. Needless to say, that did not work out so well for me. I had a wake-up call where I realized, okay, this is not an option. I have to take care of myself. You know, I went for a while, I was so stressed out, I would go all day without eating. I mean, literally, I would have to make myself eat some toast or something at night because I just had no appetite. And the furthest thing from my mind was self-care. I don't want that same thing to happen to you. So let's talk about ways that you can make time when you don't feel like you have any. You've probably heard the phrase, you can't pour from an empty cup. And that is so true. So if you want to be a good parent, a good spouse, a good partner, a good employee, a good friend, you have to start with you. You can't be any of those things if you're not taking care of yourself first and foremost. One thing you can do to get that self-care in an already busy day is to wake up a few minutes earlier. Okay, so 10, 15, 30 minutes earlier can make a big difference. We all know that mornings can be hectic. In a morning that's already busy, every second counts. But getting up a little bit earlier, maybe before everybody else in your house, allows you just to have some one-on-one time with yourself so that you can spend intentional time doing whatever it is you want to do. Maybe getting up a few minutes earlier would allow you to read, do a devotional, draw, write, meditate. Whatever it is for you, just those extra few minutes in the morning can set you on a path to have a productive and good, well planned out day. So if you're trying to find other ways to squeeze a little bit of extra time out of a morning, just lay your clothes out at night. Think ahead, pick out some clothes, have those prepared. If you've got children, pick out a few different outfits. If there are young ones that you kind of have to help with, pick out a few different outfits that they can choose from, but still you feel okay sending them out into the world wearing this outfit. Those small things can make such a big difference in the mornings. Another thing would be to have ready to grab, breakfast on the go, handy and available so that mornings don't have to be spent trying to figure out what we're going to eat as we try to rush out the door. Since we're talking about food, quick and easy meal times for night can make a huge difference when it comes to time management. One of the best things that I ever did was to start planning a weekly menu. I still do that today. I'll have an idea of each meal for the week, not that it's set in stone, but so that I kind of have a list and I'm prepared, and when I get home and I'm ready to cook, I can think, okay, what sounds good for tonight? Because when I make my menu, I also do the shopping so that I have all those things on hand and they're easy, ready to go. One-pot meals, sheet pan meals, quick and easy weeknight meals are a lifesaver when you have a busy life. And Pinterest is your friend. You can get on Pinterest and find menu ideas, ingredient lists, shopping lists, so that when you go to the store, you can get what you need, you have it ready, you're prepared and ready to go. Another little time hack would be, if you have children, put them to bed a few minutes earlier. I'm not talking about put them in the bed at 6:30 in the evening, but 10 to 15 minutes earlier than normal still gives you a little bit of time to wind down, focus a little bit of time on yourself before you're ready to hit the sack. And it also makes you a little bit more intentional for the time that they are awake, so you can spend it with them, enjoying your time with them, because you know that they've got a bedtime. You know that after that, you've got some time to yourself to wind down, finish up your day, and prepare for the next day. Another way to squeeze in some self-care is to turn your routines into rituals. So, if you're going to shower every day, you might as well enjoy it. Calm down, slow down. Use it as a way to pamper yourself and get that self-care squeezed into those routines. Play some music, burn some candles, just slow down, calm your mind. Let that be a time to soothe yourself and enjoy a little bit of a slowed down pace. Okay, so let's talk a minute about multitasking. In general, I'm not a big fan of multitasking because I feel like if you are doing too many things at one time, you're probably not doing any of those well. There are exceptions. There's a difference in balancing the checkbook while you listen to a podcast, which I don't recommend, versus folding clothes while you listen to your favorite music, because it doesn't take a lot of conscious effort or thought to fold clothes, and you can kind of do that while you listen to your music or your podcast or whatever it is. But self-care is a great opportunity to multitask. I like skincare. I can put on a face mask, let that sit while I'm reading and drinking my coffee, or if I go on a walk, I can listen to music. I try to listen to classical music a little bit every day because it's good for brain stimulation. So I try to do that while I'm walking. Just things that you can combine in terms of self-care so you can get all the bang you can for your buck, so to speak. Keep in mind that self-care does not have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to cost anything at all because it's so different for each person. So the key is think about what you enjoy. Think about what makes you feel good, makes you feel like you're doing something good for yourself. That's the key. Hone in on those things. And while it doesn't have to be expensive, it doesn't have to be fancy, it does have to be part of your daily habit. It is so important. Self-care is not selfish. Like I said, if you want to show up the best you that you can be for the world, you have to tend to yourself and your needs and take care of yourself so that you are able to better take care of those around you, at work, at school, at home, with your family. There's nothing wrong with spending a little time on yourself. You need it. You need it. Do me a favor, drop a comment below and let me know what you enjoy doing as self-care. I love to hear. I wish you well. Thank you for joining me. Stay tuned and I will see you next time.